Every sport has their tough guys. They're heavy hitters. I've got one of those guys in my boat today, Bill Ortiz. He's the 2003 Professional Walleye Trail Angler of the Year and just recently won an event down in Bull Shoals, Arkansas. Billy's out here today on the gem of Michigan, Saginaw Bay. Saginaw Bay is known for its big walleyes. We're going to show you some spinner techniques and some new things about planer boards that you've never seen before. So come with us and get your next bite. Game plan is we're going to go fishing. I've never been to this boat launch before, but where we're going to fish is pretty much right in the middle of the bay, so it's 12, 13 miles offshore any way you come from. We get to our areas, we're going to start looking for fish and throw the spinner rigs out and see what we can get to come over the side. Hopefully Ortiz here won't catch too many catfishes. We can keep them on walleye track today.
Yeah, it depends on who's driving the boat. They'll have my boards over there stalling.
There's a bunch of fish, Bill. Here, they're up on this north corner. It's amazing how you can mark these fish when you're going 20 miles an hour. I think we're going to slow down and take a look, see its size. Oh yeah, see, these are good fish. That's a good fish when you mark that. As fast as we were going. I saw all I needed to see. I mean, I marked them, boom, 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 bunch of them when we were running.
They were right on top of the hump, too.
Yeah. Let's shut down and start up here, okay?
Gary and Bill are fishing on the massive waters of Saginaw Bay. They are concentrating on areas with offshore open water structure, very subtle humps and breaks. Their approach is a trolling setup, combining both open water spinners and fish weights behind inline planer board systems. The Tattle flags on these boards are a key factor in dialing our anglers in on the soft bite being exhibited by these huge Saginaw walleye.
Bill, you got one, inside board. Did you take it yet?
Yep, he's taking it.
Oh yeah. There he is. You got him?
Got him.
How's he feel?
Feels real good.
I'm gonna slow this boat down here.
Slow it down, he's a big fish.
Okay. Still there, Billy?
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's a good one.
You got plenty of time. I got 30-some feet out.
All right. How much you got out?
About 17.
She's staying down good. Oh, there she is. That's a nice fish, Billy. That's a good one. Yep.
Oh, good job.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
That is a nice fish.
There you go. That's a good one. Skinny, but good.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
You got the little skinny one.
Did you get the hook out?
Oh, that's a good fish.
Yeah.
Billy, that fish has got to be 26, 27 inches long. I will get her back in the water. How'd she do, Billy?
Went good.
Swam away good?
Yep. Outside board here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, it came in and hit it, I thought. Waiting for the Tattle flag.
He's there. I think he's there.
Oh, yeah. Got him?
Yeah, I got him. Feeding them, bumping them, teasing them. That's the real key.
Yeah. How's it feel?
He's a good fish. Don't need to be towing this one around. He's a dandy. These are the kind, Billy, when you're fishing a tournament, that they just make your stomach sour.
Especially if Angler of the Year or,
Oh, yeah.
or the win is on the line here.
Billy.
Get him up a little higher. He's too low.
Come on, baby. Oh, nice Good job, Billy. He kind of took off right at the side.
I know you wanted me to take him a little earlier, but he was just a little bit too far down.
Oh, you were too quick for him. That's awesome. There's a lot of guys that would have missed that fish right there.
Knock on wood, I've never missed one. But now that I said that, I probably jinxed myself.
That's usually what happens. It's like being a dentist. It's a nice fish. It's actually not as big as I thought.
No.
You know, that one wouldn't have made you thousands of dollars, but he's the one that fills out your bag that gives you heavy wakes, that's for sure.
Well, I had one earlier this year, maybe about 64,000 or something like this.
This board's been around for a long time, but I've made some modifications. The board comes with a small clip on it. I've taken that off and I've put a clip on called a snapper. The snapper clip is a little bit larger. It's very easy to use. Your line just goes right inside, clips it shut, and it locks it in place. It was actually a clip that was designed for the super lines, fire line and lines like that, because they're slippery, so you can increase the tension and hold whatever line you want. The other thing that we have on this board is a tattletale flag setup. It's a pretty easy mechanism. It's just spring loaded, and so when the fish ends up pulling on it, the flag will go down. What you do is you leave a loop of line like you see here, then you just attach that to the clip so that there's a loop here. When the fish bites, the flag will go down. This is going to help us with our spinner bite because a lot of our bites are real subtle. The walleyes will come up and just grab hold of the crawler and swim with it. And many times what you'll see is that flag go like that and then pop back up. That tells you that you let it go, you got a feed line, feed the board back to the fish, that sort of thing. And then all of a sudden it'll get down and it'll lock down and it's time to set the hook. We never used to set the hook before, but this is all new stuff, cutting edge stuff. We're using these tattle flag systems to help us read the bite and let us know when to set the hook. So it's a phenomenal setup for when you're spinner fishing. Billy, you got one. Here's one. You there?
Yep, he's there.
Oh, the Ortiz hook set!
About time.
Looks like a good one. Yeah, he looks like a good one.
Looks like the right one.
Yep. That was kind of cool how the flag actually, the flag and the board both kind of gave that one away.
Yeah.
Billy Ortiz has got the fish.
Glad you threw a penny on my side.
Yep. See? Told you.
They like orange boards.
Go. Oh, there he is. Yeah! Not a super big one, but he's a good one. Hey, he's not too bad a one.
No.
I tell you what, the way he crunched that board back, I thought he's even going to be bigger yet. Smoked it.
Yeah, he's a little fatter.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
He's been eating a little bit of that bait.
Well, there's more bait in here.
Yeah. Nice and healthy.
The real deal. Straight talk to make you a better fisherman. Brought to you by thenextbite.com. Real fishing information from real fishing experts.
Saginaw Bay is actually the birthplace of this XPS trolling weight. In fact, the local people here call these fish weights, for obvious reasons. The reason that I say it's the birthplace of this little weight is because about 4 or 5 years ago, I fished a tournament here, and I was using, along with some of the guys that are friends of mine, we're using little trolling spoons and putting them in front of our nightcrawler harnesses. And we were having great luck. The spoons were used as attractors for the nightcrawler harnesses. At the same time that we were doing this, I took a keel sinker and bought some real flashy tape, adhesive tape, and I taped that sinker up so it was real shiny, and I put little red eyes on it, and lo and behold, I started catching as many fish on that setup as I did with the spoon setup. So I went back and talked to Keith Gavais, told him about the idea. We both agreed that it would be a great idea. We went to Bass Pro Shops and convinced them that we should have trolling weights that look like fish. Well, since then, the rest is history. This weight actually tracks straight through the water, so it looks like a little minnow. And then what we do is this part here is attached to the rod, and then we put a leader on the back side of it to a night crawler harness. And this is an open water trolling night crawler harness. We've got a number 2 single hook on the front, and then followed by a, probably 3, 4, 5 inch piece of mono to, right now I'm using a number 6 treble hook. Hook the crawler in the nose, crawler in the middle, the spinner blade spins, and you end up having the meat part of this presentation. So what the fish see is the attraction and flash of this trolling sinker at first, followed by the real deal.
What you got there, Doc?
Hey, that's the best when you start, when you're gonna move.
Yeah.
And you're reeling in your last board, and you get it in about 4 feet, and one smokes it while you're reeling it in. Billy, we're not gonna stay here.
We're leaving.
We're gonna catch this one, and then we're leaving. He's 6 feet. Here comes
Bill Ortiz, expert netter of all time. How you do it? Reel it in far away and they hit.
Yeah. You know, you gotta wait until you're so frustrated it's time to leave. He really nailed it too. Got it right in the corner of his mouth. There we go. Saginaw Bay walleye. They're not really fat this year.
No, he's skinny.
You know, they don't have a ton of bait, I don't think. Well, in this heat, let's get them back in right away. Grab this. Ooh. There he goes. Powering away. Well, Billy, we got that pattern. First of all, we got to let out all 4 boards. Then we got to reel 3 in. And then we reel the last one in after all the rest are in, and that's when we're going to get our bites. That's the pet. From now on, we're not going to fish anymore. We're just going to put boards in and out.
Okay. All right.
Let's get out of here.
This is one of the new hard drive units that we got to use on the Great Lakes system. And one of the features that one of the maps it's built in just for the Great Lakes is the Nautic path. It'll show you all your contours, any cups, any points, stuff like that that you need to use on the Great Lakes. It makes our job a lot easier what we do. And to find that system, you got to hit menu, scroll down to map data, push enter, use your cursor, scroll it down to the Nautic path, push enter again, and then push exit, and it'll come up the map. It's got all the contours, colored, different colors, darker colors for shallower water, shows you all the breaks, shows you all the cups. And it's a key to catching fish on the Great Lakes.
Oh, there's one, Billy. Oh, we don't. She's got it good.
You didn't need a flag for that one?
No. Oh, this is a good fish, man.
Big one?
Yeah, this is a good fish. Yeah, this is, ooh, Billy, this is a good fish. If it's a walleye instead of a cat, but he didn't bite like a cat. There's still something about watching these boards just all of a sudden fade back, you know? I don't know if it comes from when you're a kid and you watch bobbers go down. I don't know. It's the anticipation or what it is, but not so wait here.
Yeah, he's staying down. Yeah.
Drag adjustment, he's gonna be a fighter, I can tell that already. So, ooh, look at the tail wags. If that's a walleye, it's a good one. He's down 17 yet, he's making his fights. This way, those big fish have just been brutes. You see them? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he is a horse. Woo, look at him. Look at him, Billy. Look at that fish. Oh, baby. Is that a fish? Is that a fish? Oh my goodness. Wow, man, now there is a Saginaw Bay walleye. It doesn't get any better than this. This is a 30-inch fish, Billy.
It's an old fish.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Scars on it and everything.
Yeah.
Her tail's all beat up.
Yeah, she's been beating around in probably zebra mussels. They've been right close to the bottom, you know. That's probably what they get that from. They're rooting around there.
Eating them gobies down there.
Yep, sure they are. Come on, Mama, there she goes. She's a happy camper.
Hot topics. Leading edge techniques and tackle designed to put more fish in your boat. Brought to you by Johnsonville.
I'll tell you what, we just finished one heck of a cold day and a good day of fishing on the water. All day long I've been thinking about these nice, hot, juicy brats. In fact, that leads us to the Johnsonville Brats Hot Topic of the Week. We're going to cut to Keith Cavias, and he's going to talk about the use of fluorocarbon leaders for muskies and pike.
A lot of people don't realize it, but you know, before I started walleye fishing, in fact, for most of the start of my life, I did a lot of pike fishing. And ever since I can remember, the main material we used for leaders was some kind of wire, you know, whether it was 7-strand or straight wire or whatever. And that is, of course, a great thing to use for a leader, but a little concern comes into play when you're fishing clear water. Same thing when I'm out walleye fishing, you know, I get a little concerned that the fish can see the line. And so one of the trends now in pike fishing is to go to fluorocarbon leaders for pike fishing. Now the key thing on this is that you want to make sure you use a heavy enough fluorocarbon to make sure it can take up the shock of the hook set. For example, if you're going after big pike and you're using Pete Mayna's signature rods, good and stiff rods, and you're going to set that hook, you're going to want to be using 100-pound fluorocarbon. Now let me real quickly show you a knot that we use to actually tie up the fluorocarbon. It's called a canoe man knot. What you do is put your tag through your loop, through your swivel or snap, make one backwards loop, a second backwards loop, take that second one, put it through the front of the first one, and then take your tag and run it through that second loop. And you just pull this tight. This is a great knot for both your snap side and your swivel side. Now if you're casting this, you're going to use about a 12-inch leader. If you wanted to use this for trolling, you could go all the way out to 4 feet or so. So this is a great knot for these leaders. What's interesting is Pete and I actually found this knot out on the forums on the Next Bite website. So it's a great place to find a new knot that's really strong for pike fishing.
Those zebra mussels, they fight pretty hard.
That's a zebra.
I got one.
Lines, cups, points.
I got Gary staring in there.
You got the shadow.
No, Gary was actually looking.
I saw those big hooks and I want to see how deep they were.
He wants to catch one while I'm doing this. Hey, that's on mine. Get away from there.
I bring you in the boat and all you can catch are them.
Hey, at least my side's catching something.
The babas.
Farm animal. It's either fire line
Or dental floss.
or dental floss, and I think my dentist says I better start using more dental floss.